Hey friends, you may remember that I made a video about my dream garden a while back. Well, things have changed for me since then, and I have since moved. I found that taking care of all the land and the house by myself was a little too much. So I moved into a senior apartment place, but never fear, I'm still gardening. And I wanted to show you what the garden space is where I'll be working. It's a shared garden plot. I share it with a number of other senior citizens. The oldest who is 92. I'm happy to say that I'm a bit younger than that. And so let's go take a look at the new garden space. So this is all quite a bit different for me, as I share living quarters with a number of people in my building, and I am used to wide open spaces. But to be honest with you, I'm very happy here. Everybody has been so very friendly and welcoming, and all kinds of things that are done for me, which I thought I would not appreciate. In fact, I thought I would miss all the activity of having my own property and caring for that in the house. But I'll tell you the truth, after caring for 18 acres by myself after my wife passed away, it was a little bit too hard for me. And when I first heard the lawnmowers and trimmers and air blowers being run outside my apartment, I was actually quite thrilled when I look out the window and there was a whole crew of people doing it and not just me. Now I'm lucky to have this place here where there is a small garden plot. It's shared by several other people in the community. Everybody gets a little bit of a space, and this is the middle of November 2022, and so it's late in the season, but I have claimed my space, a little bit of space anyway. I think I'm gonna want some more come spring. But here's the garden plot that I'll be sharing with a number of other people. There's not enough people interested to take up the entire garden, but and those who do garden here, some of them are quite elderly, so they're not doing a lot of work. A few of them have some raised beds here, but there'll be plenty of space for me. And to tell the truth, being the kind of guy I am, in the winter, which is just right around the corner here, we've had an unusually warm November, but the snow is coming in a few days according to the Weather Channel. And here's my little space I have commandeered so far. I put in a little raised bed to winter over the bonsai trees I brought with me, just a few, all in training. None of them are finished bonsai, with the exception of the forest planting that I did midsummer. And it's put in the ground here. These are all temperate trees, so they like to have a wintering outdoors. And then I also had to be sure I have my garlic bed. You have to plant garlic in the fall, so I've done a little bed here. Now, as I measured out the garden here, it's actually almost exactly twice as large as the garden I built at my previous home, my dream garden. And like I say, there's plenty of space for me. I'm not quite as ambitious as I used to be. And I have shared with one of the people here who does gardening, and she seems to be not in charge so much as she's kind of a leader of the group. And I've explained to her my thoughts about what I'd like to see happening. And I am going to go ahead and spend the winter, since I always spend the winter designing my garden for the coming year, I'm going to redesign this entire garden and offer it up for everybody's consideration. One of the biggest concerns I have is after watching some of the elderly people in their 90s stumble along this uneven ground. I think it needs to be set up so that there are paths made that are flat and even. Kind of had me nervous watching people in the garden. But at any rate, I just wanted to show you that I was not giving up gardening. In fact, I chose this place for the fact that it had a community garden and I could share in the space out here. So that's what's happening with me, and through the winter I'll be sharing some other videos with some of my other interests, which are many, and in the spring, come spring, I'll show you what I do as far as the garden design for this area, and then hopefully everybody's happy with that and they don't drum me out of the community. But and then next spring I'll bring you back into the garden plot and we'll see what happens with my ideas and with my own little space here in the garden. So a million thanks for watching.